Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Sold out for weeks due to the difficult and extensive proprietary process behind its creation, the exclusive InfoWars Life Secret 12 formulation is now back in stock. This ultra-clean vitamin B12 nutraceutical has been carefully crafted and developed over the last 2 years and is based on cellular science of how your body actively absorbs essential nutrients. Most forms of vitamin B12 are highly processed and synthetic and could not be properly absorbed by the body. Secret 12 is a binary of nutramedical grade, bioavailable coenzyme forms of B12, methylcobalamin, the same kind used in B12 injections, and adenosylcobalamin, the most bioactive form that has been created with our proprietary process. Secret 12 is taken by mouth, right on the tongue, and then swallowed. No needles, no injections. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Discover the secret. Secret 12. Supplies of Secret 12 are very limited. Secure yours today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Used since before the days of the Roman Empire to support the body's natural systems and enhance overall health. Introducing the new InfoWarsLife.com oil of oregano formulation, a highly advanced nutraceutical form of this key herb that has been traditionally used by civilizations for thousands of years to promote health. We have now procured the most high quality and potent forms of oregano oil on the market, sourced from top leading manufacturers to ensure a concentrated level of bioactive ingredients. Extracted directly from the wild herb and sealed in easy-to-use capsules, you will no longer need to endure the burning of liquid oregano on the tongue. Wild crafted from the Mediterranean oregano species that experts agree is one of the most powerful and most challenging to acquire. This winter season, it's more important than ever to secure this true form of oil of oregano. Now available in our limited first run at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put 2 and 2 together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds. Is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
When cells become toxic, they die early and aging sets in. No one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. Just one of the key compounds, BioPQQ, is backed by major clinical studies. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? We now have the synergistic solution. Secure your DNA force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139.
As a community moves towards despotism, respect is restricted to fewer people.
That's veteran Denver police officer Charles Jones IV smashing an unarmed suspect in the face 6 times.
Officers accused of using excessive force on a suspect and then trying to erase the evidence.
I'm observing what they're doing and they're arresting me. I don't understand what's going on.
A community rates low on an information scale when the press, radio, and other channels of communication are controlled by only a few people.
Does it raise ethical questions about the use of government money to produce stories about the government that wind up being aired with no disclosure that they were produced by the government?
How can you ask such a question?
What difference at this point does it make?
When a competent observer looks for signs of despotism in the community, he looks beyond fine words and noble phrases.
There are actions I have the legal authority to take as president that will help make our immigration system more fair and more just. Tonight, I'm announcing those actions.
What I say goes, see? I'm the law around here.
He came, he saw, he died.
Yes, in modern warfare, our military leaders are finding that words and ideas are highly effective weapons.
We just have to be repetitive about this. We need to do this every day of the week and just really brainwash people into thinking about guns in a vastly different way.
We are trained to deceive if we have to. You really don't have to trust me. You shouldn't trust me. In fact, by my actually participating in that, I will taint the news.
In communities of this kind, despotism stands a good chance.
The
9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Okay, Miss Hughes, well, we're going to do everything we can to help you.
Resistance to tyrants is obedience to God. It's the Alex Jones Show, because there is a war on for your mind.
Now, coming up later in the next hour, we'll get a pop-in from Joe Biggs, who's out there playing the part of, you saw him here in studio in the first hour, of Donald McRonald, the mutated brother of Ronald McDonald, who's anti-GMO, anti-corn syrup, anti-bovine growth hormone in the milk. They're going to be out there basically not even demonstrating, but exposing in the media, hijacking South by Southwest, legally and lawfully, to inject our free speech commentary into how McDonald's needs to change their ways quickly and not just try to absorb the healthy food movement. And it gets into fluoride, everything. So that's coming up. We'll also open the phones up and take your calls. DHS Obama amnesty may require 3,100 new bureaucrats, $484 million a year. It'll be a lot more than that. Coca-Cola caught paying health leaders to say soda is healthy snack. There's a major push to put out propaganda right now. New bill would prohibit an ATF ban on popular ammunition. Good news. Mandatory vaccine bills fail in 2 states. We'll tell you about that. A bunch of just a ton of news. This just broke at Infowars.com. Rapper Azealia Banks, I don't really follow her, but I hear about her. I know she's pretty big, said, I hate white Americans. I hate everything about this country, she said, like I hate fat white Americans. Well, why don't you get out of the country that made you so rich, you spoiled rotten pig? You know, I mean, the Klan or racist black people, you know, you have this racist frat. I mean, that's what these frats hate, everybody that is in their frat. They hate the frat next door to them. They hate white kids that don't have as much money as them. Who would want to be around a stuck-up moron frat? Like, there's some frats I know out there that are, you know, into guns or into horses or into camping that are cool, you know, but frats that are just into how they're the elite group. All these people just want to be in their own elite group. Well, that's what these racist black people, I mean it's black people, and you've heard this from black leaders that are honest out there, are just as racist, sometimes more than anybody else. And, you know, there are black people that don't have a racist bone in their body, and there are black people as racist as a Ku Klux Klan Grand Dragon. But it's okay for them to be racist and just make a stupid comment about hating white people in general. And that's what they've created under political correctness, is a system where we're going to Joyce here in a moment, I'll get her take on this, where whites are over in this group and blacks are over in this group, and we all just hate each other. That's what multiculturalism and this modern thing is actually everybody in their group only being about what group they are, the inverse of what Martin Luther King talked about. We'll talk to Joyce of thepowerhour.com here in just a moment, get her take on that. First off, we've never run a special this big. It's how we fund our operation. Made in America T-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, belt buckles, you name it. 10% off, madin1776.com. Madin1776.com is just a subdivision of InfoWarsStore.com, but it takes you right to the Made in America stuff. I'll be honest, I can't get some of the Made in America products I want. So we have another T-shirt section where it costs less, and it's made in Venezuela or China or whatever. We're in an emergency info war. It just gets the word out. All of our supplements are the highest quality organic right here from the United States, or sourced from certified organic, highest quality. But we also have it at very low prices, from the Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Booster to the Nascent Iodine, right through the Rolls-Royce stuff like the DNA Force, 30% off. You still get the promo code SUPER at checkout, and you get 10% off at InfoWarsStore.com. And we got to vote with our dollars for non-GMO. We got to vote for our dollars for pro-Second Amendment groups. You know, you look at McDonald's, these globalist companies, they're the ones funding the anti-gun stuff. Go look it up. Bill Gates and others. So it's not just they're putting out this toxic food. They're coming after our freedoms. So we got to vote with our dollars. Joyce calls it shopping with the good guys. And that's what it's about. That's how you build communities of action, is supporting your local neighborhoods, supporting local farmers markets, supporting InfoWarsStore.com. Everything at InfoWarsStore.com, 10% off. 10% off everything on top of the discounts that are already there. Promo code SUPER. Now, we're legally barred from offering more than 10% off on the water filters. This is already the lowest price out there. So that's promo code WATER to get 10% off that. We can't go 10% extra on that. But everything else, InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. 888-253-3139. And become a PrisonPlanet.tv member. 20 people can use each membership. And I want to thank you all and salute you all for your support. You've helped us build this media operation. Now, I've been ranting for 5 minutes, Joyce. You heard me get into rapper Azealia Banks. I don't want to get into Russia, geopolitically, the big picture, what you think's at the bottom of the rabbit hole of this New World Order. But first off, Joyce Riley, Captain Joyce Riley of Gulf War Vets Association, thepowerhour.com, syndicated radio host on in the mornings from like 7 to 10 right here on GCNlive.com. Find affiliate list there as well. Rapper Azealia Banks, I hate white Americans, Infowars.com. I hate everything about this country, she said, like I hate fat white Americans. Rapper Azealia Banks hates white Americans and everything about the U.S. In a recent interview with Playboy, the 23-year-old Harlem rapper said she wanted to leave the U.S. because America is blatantly racist. Well, it is race-obsessed and turned against each other and mind-controlled. I guess she's right. So, see how you get treated in Africa, ladies. Just go hang out there for a while. I hate everything about the, I know a lot of black folks that were racist. They went and spent 6 months in Africa and they come back and apologize. Just because, or white trendies go there and get killed and find out, I mean, just watch out. I hate everything about this country, she said, like I hate fat white Americans. All the people who are crunched in the middle of America, the real fat and meat of America, are these racist conservative people who live on their farms. Yeah, they're real bad. You know how many black people live out on the farms? I live out in Dripping Springs. You know how many homeschooling, hardworking, professional, but also blue-collar black folks are out there that come over to my house and are friends with my kids and who listen to the show and are good Christian people? You're a disgusting, racist pig, woman. That's all I can say about you. You're disgusting. But that's what we get. Joyce, I'm ranting. Captain Joyce Riley, what's your take on this attempted race war? Where do you think it's all going? What do you think Obama's legacy is going to be? And then what's at the bottom of the rabbit hole, Joyce? What really runs the world?
Well, at this point, I need to talk about Montel Williams because that's
what we said we'd talk about that.
We're coming on for. And I don't have much time left, but
we can hold you a little bit in the next hour. I mean, if you can do it, go ahead.
Okay, I just want to make sure we cover the
Let's do it. Let's do Montel Williams and then this. Because he attacked me recently, and that's the and let's talk about it.
And I'm responding because what I think he said was totally wrong, what Montel said. And I want people to know how I got involved with this. You said earlier I was a good friend of Montel Williams. I'm not a good friend. I was just involved with him at one point.
Well, you got to know him well.
Reality show. Yeah, I got to know him on a reality show. Here's the story. I was a person that was contacted to be on a reality show in 2004 by Showtime. I didn't know anything about the show, but it was called American Candidate, and it was supposed to be about 10 people who wanted to change the world, who didn't like the way our government was running and wanted to change the world and our government and our country. So I did respond to it. 27 pages of information you had to respond. And when I was chosen out of, they said, 20,000 applicants, I was absolutely astounded that they wanted me on there. I never did know why. It didn't make any difference, but they said it was because of my Gulf War veteran involvement and because of my issues in health, like I would take the issue of vaccines. So that is why I was on the program or chosen to be on the program. Everybody had sort of their shtick, if you will. And if you look up American Candidate in Wiki, you'll see the 10 people that were on there. One was, PETA, one was gay, for gay rights, and on and on and on. They had their issue that they wanted to promote. So mine was veterans issues. And I thought because Montel had been in the military, and you can look at him on Wiki and find out his experience, but he did go to an academy, and he was I believe a captain when he departed from the military. I was a captain in the Air Force. He was in the Navy. And he did very well in the military. He has very good record in the military. But I wanted to expose through Montel Williams or this national TV show what was really taking place with the veterans. Because at the time, in 2004, you weren't hearing much about this. You were hearing what we could get out on Genesis, and that was about it. And on Coast to Coast, we were getting some of it out.
Yeah, George Norrie was one of the only people that let you on. He did a great job reaching tens of millions. And, of course, Art Bell before that.
Yeah. and Chuck Carter, and there were a few that were really good. But it came down to the point, though, that that the mainstream medicine was not talking